All right, here I am at Les Collines Vineyard into my few rows of Syrah here. Got 4 rows, 68 through 71. I really like this block. Good elevation. Les Collines, I'll kind of pick up and show you, it kind of slopes down that way. Like the town and the valley of Wall is way over there. Up this way kind of goes into the Blue Mountain. So really good spot for elevation. And then also row orientation, north-south rows here. Let's see, it's about 10 a.m., 71 degrees, supposed to get up to 91 later today, and a low of 59. So that's good. Good 30-degree difference between night and day is really good. Helps preserve some of the acidity in this fruit, because when it's hot, the vines, they metabolize all their acid that's in here. And so if it's hot at night too, they just keep churning through that acid, and then all that natural acidity is gone. So you want the temperatures to drop low at night, which it does up here. It does throughout the whole valley, but especially up here we're a little bit higher, and that helps preserve some of the natural acidity here. But yeah, some good looking clusters, and 1, 2, about 2 clusters per shoot. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we might thin this out a little bit. So we're about like 80% through veraison, so then we'll do one more pass and clean up. Like here's kind of like a little straggler cluster. We'll lose that guy, keep some of the ones that are really churning along. Basically the vines putting more energy into these clusters than say this guy down here. So this guy's going to be a straggler the entire time, so it's best is to get through here. So we'll make one more pass. We're right at, that 70, 80, 85% veraison mark, and then we'll clean this up and drop a little bit more. I don't know if you can see that one cluster I was talking about here. This guy right here, kind of like just a little bit of a straggler. You can see some of his buddies are really churning, really getting going. This guy, so we'll kind of come through, maybe lose that guy, we'll lose this guy, lose this guy. A couple of these we'll get rid of. Some of these that are just a little bit straggler. It's easy to see now how it's progressing. A few weeks ago it's really hard to see which is some of the straggler fruits, but now it's pretty easy with this color change. See, so this guy we might lose. Keep this guy here, he looks pretty good, and kind of go through and make a few passes here. Again, north-south rows, sun's up over there, right in my eyes, and I'll come up and over this way here. So yeah, I was looking back at my notes, and last year on this block here, I did 2 separate picks. I picked it September 24th and another one October 2nd. The acid levels and the sugar levels were totally different. I gained about 2-degree bricks in that, 10 days, 10, 11 days. I gained 2-degree bricks and lost a little bit of acid too, which is normal. You're going to keep gaining sugar and keep losing acid. And so I like doing 2 picks. I pick these 2 rows and then my next 2 rows at separate times. That way when I get them into the winery and make it, I got different things to play with. Again, different sugar levels and different acid levels. They're going to make totally different wines, and literally different flavor profile too. So kind of where we're at right now, again, we're probably about a month away or so, maybe a little behind, maybe 5 weeks or so for that first pick. Again, once we come through and clean some of this up, take some of those, the vines got less clusters to put energy in, so those remaining clusters will, boom, they'll get a jolt, because now there's, the energy spread out across less clusters. Got a whole vineyard on vines, our whole video, on vines and vineyards, so take a look at that. I explain that in a little bit more detail. And this training system here, again, is just a double cordon. So the trunk comes up right here, splits off 2 cordons, and then VSP. So all those shoots are going vertical. Again, check out that video on vines and viticulture. This one's pretty easy to see. Again, that trunk comes up, boom, splits off. So we got 2 cordons, one here, one here. All those shoots go up, VSP, vertical shoot positioning, as opposed to GDC that is like McClellan or Funk Vineyard. So this is not a great indicator, but I did bring my digital, or I'm sorry, not my digital, my portable refractometer. These are kind of cool. Again, not the best. As it gets closer to harvest, I'm a little bit more scientific. I'll go through and sample. And when you sample, because I want to check my acid and my sugar levels, when you sample, you have to be careful because I like taking, here's one right here. The sugar accumulates differently throughout the grape. So like up here, you get a little bit more sugar than down here. So you always want to take top, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom. You just kind of walk through your rows, grabbing berries, boom, 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 fill it up in a bag. And then you smash them all up, mix it all up, and then take your sample from there. With that, I use a digital refractometer. Refractometer just shows you your level of Brix, basically your sugar levels. And then you run a TA to check your acid along with a pH meter. Check your pH too, and that helps determine your pick. This one is kind of like just a little field tool where you pull out a berry and then you squeeze it onto this, squeeze the juice onto here. Got the seed out, great. We knock the seeds off, perfect. You close this and you look through, and so this is like 14 Brix or so. So yeah, we got a ways to go. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I'm gonna try to show the camera through here the best. So see right there, that color change, just less of 14 Brix. And that's one berry, not a great indicator, but kind of just an idea. Hopefully you guys kind of look through this like this. Again, the camera wasn't the best. It's just under 14 Brix. So I mean, I'd want to pick this at 24.2, 23.8, 24.2, 24.5, depending on acid levels. That's kind of where I want to pick this. So we still got a ways to go. Again, not a great indicator. One berry, that's a terrible way to sample, but just kind of a fun little thing just to give an idea. Again, when you sample, you're walking through the entire row, picking berries, top, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom. Put it into a big old bag, smash them up, and then get your sample that way. This is not, it's an idea, you know, it's not terrible, just gives a little bit of an idea, but as it gets closer, we'll definitely do a more accurate read with my digital one too. So that's kind of it. I'm going to take another lap and see, walk the other rows up and down, see if I see anything, and go from there. But yeah, just a little vineyard visit for Les Collines Syrah. Behind the scenes, signing out.